Today, our topic is the role of humor in Stoicism. Stoicism is a philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. It is often seen as serious and strict, but humor plays an important role in Stoic thinking. Humor helps us deal with life's challenges, keeps us humble, and reminds us not to take ourselves too seriously. The Stoics believe that laughter and lightheartedness are tools for maintaining balance and perspective in life. Let's explore how humor fits into Stoicism and why it is so valuable. First, let's talk about what Stoicism is. Stoicism was founded in ancient Greece and later developed in Rome. It teaches that the path to happiness comes from accepting the natural order of the world, focusing on virtue, and not being controlled by emotions like fear, anger, or desire. Stoics believe that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. This is where humor comes in. Humor helps us respond to difficulties with grace and resilience. When life throws challenges at us, laughter can be a way to rise above the situation and see it from a different angle. One of the key ideas in Stoicism is the concept of Amor Fati, which means love of fate. This means accepting everything that happens to us, good or bad, as part of life's journey. Humor can help us embrace this idea. For example, if something goes wrong, instead of getting upset, we can laugh at the situation. This doesn't mean we ignore problems or avoid fixing them. It means we don't let them overwhelm us. By finding humor in difficult moments, we show that we are in control of our reactions, even if we can't control the events themselves. The Stoics also believed in the importance of humility. Humor helps us stay humble by reminding us that we are not perfect and that life is full of surprises. When we laugh at our mistakes, we acknowledge that we are human and that it's okay to make errors. This humility is a key part of Stoic wisdom. It keeps us grounded and helps us learn from our experiences. For example, if you trip and fall in public, you might feel embarrassed. But if you can laugh at yourself, you show that you don't take yourself too seriously. This kind of humor is a sign of strength, not weakness. Another way humor fits into Stoicism is by helping us deal with fear and anxiety. The Stoics believed that fear often comes from imagining the worst possible outcomes. Humor can break the cycle by showing us that our fears are not as big or as scary as they seem. When we laugh at our fears, we take away their power. For example, if you're afraid of public speaking, you might imagine the audience wearing silly hats. This mental image can make the situation feel less intimidating and help you approach it with confidence. Humor also helps us connect with others. The Stoics believed in the importance of community and relationships. Laughter is a universal language that brings people together. When we share a joke or a funny story, we create bonds with others. This is especially important in difficult times. Humor can lighten the mood and make tough situations easier to handle. For example, during a stressful day at work, a funny comment from a colleague can make everyone feel better. This shared laughter strengthens relationships and reminds us that we are not alone. The Stoics also believed in the importance of perspective. Humor helps us see the bigger picture. When we laugh at something, we step back and see it from a distance. This can help us realize that many of our problems are temporary or not as important as they seem. For example, if you're stuck in traffic, you might feel frustrated. But if you think about how small this moment is in the grand scheme of your life, you might find it funny. This shift in perspective can help you stay calm and focused. One of the most famous Stoic philosophers, Epictetus, said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Humor is a powerful tool for shaping our reactions. It helps us stay positive and resilient, even in tough situations. For example, if you lose your job, it's natural to feel upset. But if you can find humor in the situation, maybe By joking about finally having time to clean your house, you can start to see it as an opportunity rather than a disaster. This doesn't mean you ignore the seriousness of the situation, but it helps you approach it with a healthier mindset. Another Stoic philosopher, Seneca, wrote about the importance of not being too attached to material things. He believed that wealth and possessions are temporary, and that true happiness comes from within. Amor can help us detach from material things by reminding us that they are not as important as we think. For example, if your phone breaks, you might feel frustrated. But if you laugh about it and think about how people survived without phones for thousands of years, you can see that it's not the end of the world. This kind of humor helps us focus on what really matters. Marcus Aurelius, another famous Stoic, wrote about the importance of staying calm and composed in the face of challenges. He believed that we should approach every situation with a clear mind and a steady heart. Humor can help us do this by reducing stress and tension. When we laugh, our bodies release endorphins, which are chemicals that make us feel good. This natural boost can help us stay calm and focused, even in difficult situations. In conclusion, humor is an important part of Stoicism. It helps us accept life's challenges, stay humble, and maintain perspective. It also helps us connect with others and reduces fear and anxiety. By using humor, we can respond to life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. The Stoics believe that life is not about avoiding problems, but about facing them with wisdom and strength. Humor is one of the tools we can use to do this. So the next time you face a difficult situation, try to find the humor in it. Laugh at yourself, laugh at the world, and remember that life is a journey full of surprises. By embracing humor, you can live a more balanced, joyful, and stoic life.